And these 4 days that we were there, the first day, Thursday, started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we didn't get back to our hotel room until about 3:30, quarter to 4. The next morning, we were there at 8:30, and we didn't leave there till 1:30. Same thing on Saturday, and then Sunday was an easy day. That was from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Okay, so 4 days. And sometimes I think that it would have been easier to run and perform in a decathlon than it was to go through this event. But the event was really, really great, and it also shows your inner stamina for a number of reasons, okay? So picture this. We get there, and the end of this, on Thursday, the end of that day, we are going to walk 12 feet on a bed of hot coals that are 2,200 degrees barefooted. So let me ask you all a question. Is that possible, or does that sound impossible? Sounds impossible, correct? Well, because our reality tells us it's impossible. Now, as I'm telling you this, I want you to relate with this. If you're a new rep, if you're a manager or a senior manager, or you're an executive, whatever that next promotion is, or a couple more promotions, your reality sometimes tells you it's impossible. It's what you're feeling. It's not. It's closer than you think. Maybe even 2 millimeters. Okay? So, we get in preparation. And one of the things that we realize within our group of 10 is because of send-out cards, because of the I am statements, and because of a lot of our mindset and things that we've been working with within our culture, we were pretty much ahead of the 3,000 people that were there. All right? That's number one. Number two, we realized, BettyAnn and I, that we've been doing a lot of these things and not realized that we've been doing it. See, because understand, when we were senior managers and then executive, we were also living a life of an eagle. Our mindset was telling us that we were eagles. How would an eagle handle challenges? How would an eagle handle this or that? And what is who are we? Our core basis, we were eagles. It was our mindset. We made that shift. We didn't realize it, but we did. So in preparation for walking over these hot coals, Tony took us through a whole bunch of journeys. A whole bunch of journeys of realizing if you can do the impossible and make it possible, how would that change your life? But most importantly, how would it feel? Put an emotion to it. I want you to all think about that right now. Put an emotion to it. How would it feel? How would it change your life? How would it change your situation at home? How would it change? And how would you feel getting up in the morning? Would you just jump out of bed and say, yeah, I'm ready to go? How would it be? Think about that. Think about your dreams, whatever that may be. Think about it's already happened. And how would it make you feel? And this is what we did from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till about 1 o'clock in the morning. And then Tony told us, I want everybody to take off their shoes, leave everything you have, and you are going to walk out the building. Barefooted. Now, understand that, you know, BettyAnn and I, we go barefooted, but we don't go barefooted walking all over downtown LA. Okay? So we actually went on almost a 15-minute walk through the streets of downtown LA at 1 o'clock in the morning. Sounds crazy. The impossible possible. But what we noticed was when we left the convention center, we were working on carpeting. Piece of cake. In the beginning of your business, a piece of cake. You're walking on carpeting, no big thing. And then we get out and down the escalators, and now we're walking on marble floors. Hey, pretty smooth, it's good. Then we walk out onto the sidewalk, and that's still not too bad. Every once in a while there was a little pebble. Ooh, ow. But it was okay. That's kind of not what I said, but. And then we had to cross a couple of streets, and as you know, there's debris in the street, and you're walking across barefooted, and the cool thing is we're walking with a partner. We're walking with somebody that's an accountability partner, and it's not the person you came with. It's a total stranger, okay? And my accountability partner was another woman. So I'm going to keep all these things to myself. I'm not going to sit there and complain, you know. So now we're walking across streets, we're doing some other things, and we get to this one walkway where it's got a lot of pebbles and debris on it. And I got to tell you something. My reality was coming in saying, I don't know if I can go any further because it's really killing me. And then we go further into this lot and then we can hear the drums beating in the background. There's drums beating in the background. Boom, boom. It's like a big ceremony. It's a ceremony. Okay? It's like geez, are they going to roast us at the stake? I mean, you know, these drums are going on, you know. These are the natives restless. But here's the thing. Now we get into this big parking lot. We're walking to get in line to walk across to Kohl's. This parking lot is full of aggregate, heavy, sharp aggregate, and little pebbles where we could barely walk. It's like, yeah. Smiling partner, and you know, I'm serious. I mean, you're in agony. And what is your mind telling you? You're constantly knowing that you've got to make a mind shift. That you can do this, you will do this, and the only thing that is getting you through this is your emotion is, how is it going to feel to accomplish this goal? How is it going to make you feel? And that has to override any pain that you're experiencing. Has to override it. If it's not, then your why is not big enough. It's real simple. So finally, we get up there, and there's a little cool pad of grass that you step onto, and then you got to get in your mindset, and then they tell you, make your move. You know, and make your move is, you know, you're there, you've concentrated on this goal, and you're saying, yes, yes, yes. Now you're going. And you're not, when you cross this 12 feet of Kohl's, 2,200 degrees, hot enough to melt metal, you are focused straight ahead. You're looking a little bit of a 45-degree angle. There's a reason for this. Because if you don't and you're looking down, reality sets in. And so you're looking straight ahead, a little 45-degree up, and as you're walking like this. (2,200-degree Kohl's). Sparks are flying up. You can see them through your little bit of your vision. And here's the cool thing. You get to the end. Oh, by the way, it feels like you're walking on kind of soft, crunchy pillows. The coals are crushing underneath your feet. And you get to the end, somebody gives you a bear hug, because there's a lot of people that will fall backwards or faint or whatever, and then that's really serious, because now you're falling into 22-degree, 2,200-degree burning coals, and there's a lot of damage that is going to happen there. So they do that, and they squirt off your feet, and you've made it, and you celebrate like a rock star. You are jumping, yelling, and screaming. I'm serious, like a rock star. And the adrenaline is there that you have now, knowing that you can accomplish anything, that the impossible is possible. And one of the things that we experienced in walking through, and BettyAnn, do you want to share what your perception of that walk to the coals?
Yep.
Why don't you do that right now?
I just want to tell you that what amazed me the most about being able to walk over those coals is after I did it, I realized, wow. And all for 2 weeks, I've been telling people the experience of walking over the coals, and what I'd say is this, because it's the truth. It was more agonizing to walk to the coals than walking over the coals. And it got harder just before the coals. My feet, I felt, had cuts in them. That's how bad it felt to me. I don't walk barefoot, hardly at all. So it was like murder to my feet. And I'm going, oh, this is terrible. Walking over the coals was a piece of cake. It felt good. And then getting there, it was like elation. It was exciting and powerful. I reached my goal. Well, after every goal, there's another goal, right? Or you're dead. Use that word again. And what did we have to do? We had to walk. And my next goal was to get my shoes on. Well, I had to walk through the stuff again, right? But I had to focus on getting to my goal. It doesn't matter. Every goal you reach, you will go through the trials, tribulations, the frustrations, the depression, the fear. When I got to that right before I did it, and I knew what they're going to say to me, and I knew what I had to say, and I knew I had to walk it over. It was like, before you step on that green piece of grass, just before it, I'm going, am I going to really do it? Because I'm watching everybody do it, and I'm going, if you can do it, I can do it. Yes, yes, yes. And I keep saying that all through the time, just get my mind changed on it, because there was always that hesitation. I'm going to turn around and go back. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. And when I got up there, I'm just going, just do it. And I just did it. And you go through that in life. You go through this in this business. Okay? You'll go through this in anything you do. But the key is being able to recognize that you're going through the fear, the frustration, the depression, the anguish, the hard times, anything that's negative for you, that's bringing you down, and your posture's not up and feeling good, and you're not able to jump up and laugh and feel it inside, the faster you recognize it and make that 2-millimeter shift in your mind and do that jumping up in joy, the laughing, make a shift in your feeling. The faster you do that, the faster you'll get to your goal, the less time of anguish, fear, and frustration you will have in your life, you will have in this business. Any negativities you get, face it, say, I don't like you, you're not part of my life. I want to feel happy. Be happy. When you change that attitude, I don't care what's happening, guys. We've all been through a lot. We've all faced someone who's died, and we didn't want them to go. We've all faced challenges in our lives. We've all faced financial situations. Every one of us. There's nobody different. They're just different because of where you are. But the faster you face it and say, I don't like it, the only way that it's going to change, no one can change it for you, it's you. You have to make the mind shift to shift, and the faster you do it, the shorter that period of time is going to be to get you to where your goal is. Guys, I'm telling you, that's what I got out of walking over those coals. And if that's all I did, that was the most powerful thing for me to realize that every time I'm feeling, and I don't care who you are, there's always that one moment, that 1 second you're going to feel down. Or you're going to feel someone's going to come to you with some negative stuff. And you're going to go, you know what? That's great. I'm going to listen to you, but I'm putting a shield in front of me because it's going to go back to you because I don't want it. And it's not part of me. And I can't do anything about it, so boom, I'm going to do what I want to do. I want to be happy, and I'm going to be happy. Because you know what? There's always change. There's always change.
Yep. Now, I made a couple of notes with all of this, and hopefully this will be helpful to you because I want you to think about something. Where do you spend your time? In the past, the present, or the future? Where do you spend your time? Past, present, or future? Now, I want to give you a little visual here. When you drive in your car, what are you focused on? The windshield or the rearview mirror? Well, let me say this to you. If you're constantly looking in the rearview mirror, your past, you will crash. You need to be looking at the big vision of the windshield, which is the future. The stuff that's coming at you is what you need to be. The present is where you're sitting in the seat. You're there, you're present. But the future is coming at you through the windshield. You better be focused on that. Okay? And maybe the rearview mirror is just a checkpoint. So there's an analogy that really struck me. The other one is the qualities of your life are really the qualities of your emotions. What kind of qualities are your emotions? And, just like Cody teaches in the Treat 'em Right seminars, the stories in your mind are what?
Stories of
Story
your
of your
life.
life. That's exactly correct. So it is what we're telling ourselves constantly. Now understand, the easiest part of making the shift is learning new information. Would you guys like to know what the hardest part is? Unlearning. Unlearning everything that you've been taught and the habits and everything you've had from this point on, of unlearning it and learning new information. We want to get laser focused on our why. Make sure that why is burning a hole in you, because there's nothing going to stop you. Nothing is going to stop you with that why, because you've attached a burning emotion to it. And you need to really get around the best strategies in the world, which are mentors, coaches, the tools, events, Treat 'em Right seminars, a Super Saturday, a convention. These events are where we come together in energy. It's amazing what they do. And these are the ways that these are strategies that we can really support our why. Another thing that I want you to kind of, maybe take note in, it helped me, is who do you spend most of your time with is who you become. You've heard that before, right? So with that said, I'm going to say, love your family and choose your peers. Choose the people you want to be around. Now understand that BettyAnn and I truly believe in what they call the genuine factor. That means being genuine to who you are. You're the one that has the genius within you if you tap into truly who you are. Now you can model yourself after other people, but you can never be them. You don't want to be them. You want to be you. And so really choose wisely in that. And there's a couple of other things that I also want to mention to you here too, is wealth, success, and happiness. So wealth, success, and happiness is 80-20. Everything in life is 80-20. 80% is psychological. 20% is mechanics. So if you think you're going to cure everything by working harder, no. Think smarter. Really take it in. Allow yourself to meditate. Allow yourself to fantasize. Allow yourself to dream. And then capitalize on them by applying emotion to them. Just like when you do your I am statements, you can do I am statements until you're, until you're blue. They're not going to do you any good unless you put an emotion to it. And then once you put an emotion to it, then you start living it. You got to be it. Just like with BettyAnn and I. Didn't realize we were doing it, but back when we were executives, we were eagles. We didn't, that's, how does an eagle think? How does an eagle behave? How does an eagle how does an eagle brush its teeth? Now, it sounds funny, but I'm serious about that. How does an eagle behave? If that's what you want. It may not be what you want. I don't want to cast any of that on you. It just depends on what you want. Put yourself there. Your beliefs are what really, truly shape your destiny. So if you're looking at, and I want you to think about this. If you're looking in a mirror, well, let me back up. Your beliefs shape your destiny. And I'm going to have I'm going to give, this was taught to me by a billionaire. And Jan, you know who I'm talking about. He was the only boy, he grew up in an Illinois projects and didn't have a father. And his mother was named Mother Nadine. And she was about Mama Nadine, and she was maybe about 5 foot. Kenny was like 6'5". And he went off to college. First boy in the family that ever will go to college, went to college on his football scholarship. And at the end of the semester, he came home, and college did not, and they said that you can't return, you're out. So he came home to tell Mama Nadine that it was the teacher, the professors, the football coach. It was everybody's fault. Everybody. He blamed everybody. And she said, Kenny, and she reaches up and grabs his ear and drags him into the bathroom and says, Kenny, I want you to stand in front of this mirror and I want you to close your eyes. I want you to repeat after me. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's responsible for all my troubles? And when you open your eyes up, Kenny, who's ever staring back at you is the person responsible. So he said this, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's responsible for all my problems? He's got his eyes closed. And then the next thing he said, Dear Lord, please do not let it be me looking back. He opens his eyes up, sees himself, and realizes at that time, here's a guy that was told not to come back to college, never finished college, and became a billionaire because he took responsibility of himself. And that's something that we all want to really work on an everyday process. Okay? Because it's the main, again, like BettyAnn said, it's a matter of you're dealt with this stuff, how fast can you change your mind shift? And understand, it's 22 millimeters. The other thing is that transformation is what expands our identity. Okay? Transformation is what expands our identity. And it's really important to really kind of understand that. Now, I'm going to close with a kind of a secret formula of who BettyAnn and I are. Okay? Would you all like to know that? And it's something that we based our business on, but most importantly, we based our life on. And we based our life on the 4 L's. Okay? And the 4 L's are, we're a light, we're a lifeboat, and we're a ladder. I'll share with you what the 4th L is in a moment. So we're a light. We're lighting and leading the way. And when there's a light in a dark area, people want to what? Come to the light. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, but the only way that you can become a light is you need to be living that. And automatically, excuse the pun, that golden light shines. And people want to be around that. So you're lighting the way down the path. The lifeboat. A lifeboat is to get you across troubled waters. So may it be on a personal level or a professional level, may it be financially, whatever it may be, our lifeboat is send out cards. We can get a chance to get people across troubled waters for a number of reasons. It's up to them to decide, but we've got the lifeboat. And they've got to get in that lifeboat. We can't force them in it. The ladder, well, you've already guessed what that is, to help people climb to new heights. We can hold the ladder, they've got to climb it, and they can go as high as they want. Now the 4th L is we do all of that with love. Okay? And the acronym for love, okay? The acronym for love is life's only valuable emotion. And it truly is. So sometimes I was really kind of thinking, I was sitting back and I was kind of pondering on that. Life's only valuable emotion. So I wonder what came first, the acronym or the word? Was somebody kind of like sitting around with someone and felt this overwhelming feeling of this is life's only valuable emotion? Ah, let's call it love. Or was it the other way around? Kind of an interesting thing to kind of ponder on. But really, truly, as we go through life, we want to go through life and we want to change our mindset, and it's only us, only we can change our mindset. Nobody else can do it for us. And with that, the impossible becomes the possible. Thank you.